Welcome back, audience, and I welcome you to today's episode, trying to find all the letters and do all the challenges through the newest war story, The Last Tiger. My name is Yost Toast Space Ghost, and I will be hosting this broadcast. Just let me touch up on real quick how this is one of the better war stories, as you're in terms of gameplay, because you're in a tank for the most of it. You do get out, and it's more of the stealth mission stuff. When I think of World War II, I'm not thinking of stealth. I'm thinking of bombastic action. The shores of Normandy, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Just to name a few. It's not really a stealth mission. It's just all-out action. Like I don't understand what EA was trying to do. Every single one of those missions, like especially when you're playing hardcore, kind of incentivizes you towards stealth. But enough of that. Here's the challenges for The Last Tiger, and let's get right into the first section. Now on to the first act, the Tiger's Bite. You see our two challenges are destroy an enemy tank from a distance of 175 meters or more and complete the chapter without repairing. This first clip right here shows you a roundabout of what the distance you want to be shooting at. You see I come here on the first block, I enter, and you'll see the tank through the smoke enters when I'm about halfway through the block, and I start shooting at him, and I managed to destroy him about the end of another block. So 1.5 blocks to 2 blocks is the distance you want to be firing at. Now I'm not going to show you the rest of the footage because the other challenge, complete the chapter without repairing, if you die, it doesn't count as repairing, so as long as you don't repair your vehicle at any time during that section, you can die as many times as you want, you'll be fine. You'll get the challenge no matter what. So now on to Act 2, you can see the challenges here are reach the AA gun on foot without alerting any enemies, and reach the documents without alerting any enemies. Really easy, they seem daunting, they're not, but this is also where all 6 letters are found in this act alone. They'll all be on foot. So this is kind of where the starting point is, or leading up to there. You'll see that one of your armored vehicles comes out, and you'll see the first round of tank busters come out and blow up that vehicle. And then you get to this middle section, there's a couple enemies in the buildings, there's a tank you gotta take out, and an anti-vehicle gun that you got to take out, and you get to this middle section. I thought there was enemies here that you could take out. There's not. There's no tanks. Just keep moving forward to the straightaway. The tank busters will come out of the sky here. Right there, they fire at you. You think it's all right. Nope, they drop their load. You're down and out. As soon as you get out of this tank, this is where the letters and the AA challenge comes into effect. So the first 3 letters and the challenge to get to the anti-air weapon all take effect right here at this moment. So you're going to hop out of the tank and immediately head to your right into this alley over here where all the buildings have fallen down. You're going to want to pick up the commando carbine that's just showed up right there, but you also want to pick up the letter that's right in front of you in this rubble. You'll see that notification, and you'll also see the checkpoint for the collectible. So I'm going to pick up this weapon, and when I face over there, right across the street where that blown up house is, that's where you want to head right off the bat. Now you'll be able to spot a couple of enemies coming on the way up. You'll want to spot them to keep track of their movement. There are 6 in total. So I'm in the building right now. I got the one by the post. I have tagged 3 of them, but they're actually 4 of them all sitting around a Jeep or a vehicle. You don't want to pick up any of these. You don't need those. And I'll get around to it in a bit. I'm just trying to, get my bearings, get my situation. This guy's all by himself. The medic right there. Pop him off first, or you can pop the guy off the guard post. They're not going to know with your silenced weapon. So you can immediately go and pop the guy at the guard post. I didn't because this was my first playthrough, so I didn't know what to expect. You're going to want to take your bullet casing with up D-pad and distract them. Now there's 4 of them, so you're going to have to get one of them all three of them will stay, and one of them will go to the area of the sound. Like this guy is going right here. You want to isolate him while getting the others to turn around. So once he goes out, and I shot that guy because they're not paying attention now. Once he goes out, you're going to want to throw a bullet casing to get the attention of the other three and take them out one by one. So I threw a bullet way over there just to get their attention away, and now they're all facing me. So they can't see me now, and I can fire at this guy without them noticing me. Remember, all headshots. So I got him. There are 3 down. I throw another bullet because this guy's attention is immediately captured by the sound. And now I just need to throw a bullet casing to distract them away from that direction. You don't want to blow up the explosive right there because there's a tank on the other side that you do not want its attention on you, because then you've got to restart the checkpoint over again. This guy comes towards me, I aim up the shot, I quickly peek out and get him. Now there's only 2 of them, and this is going to be real easy. Just do the same thing that you've been doing. Get one of them to go investigate the noise, and then pop the remaining dude. This guy actually caught notice of the downed soldier, pop him in the head. If the dude does notice the dead soldier, then it's fine. He's not gonna bring up the alert. The stealth in this game is really weird. But we're on to the next letter now. It's right up here. And you'll see I go off to the left to the scaffolding in the middle of the courtyard. And you go inside this loading dock, and you go to the next room down the hall to your right. I know this is a little janky. You'll enter the room and you'll immediately go through the door. I didn't. I was just making sure there was no one up here. And you'll go right there, and at the table in front of you is the letter for your second letter. I can only surmise. Keep that in mind. The third letter is going to be across the street. You'll see a tank. If I jump through the window, I don't know. I wasn't trying to alert anybody. First playthrough, I have no idea like who's around the corner. I can hear the tank just blaring. The audio is so weird. Like the tank sounds like it's right next to me, but it's not. But there's going to be a tank up here on your left. Just don't run out. Get to the street and it'll take off and you'll be fine. And this building right in front of you, that's, if you'll turn around, this building right here on the corner that's blown open, this is where the third collectible is. You're going to run up this collapsed building. You're going to turn to your right where the gun stash is, go through the stairwell, go up the stairwell to the very top, and to your left, which is right there to my left. I don't hop over it right away. I saw the thing. I was like, oh, there's a collectible here. Right where this dead soldier is, that's the third collectible. I think I said there was 3 in this area. There's actually 4. Now, the tank is circling the square. You want to leave the tank completely alone during this section. But you notice there's one dude there, one dude in the middle of the courtyard, and there's one dude patrolling the right gate of the front gate where we're at. There's that one right there that you got to take out. And they're pretty much all separated. This is not all that hard. You just got to take in mind that the tank is ever circling the marketplace. So just line up, take your shots, take your time. You know, as long as they don't get too far out, these guys right here next to the building, you can take them out one shot. I know if they get too far, like right there, wouldn't try it, because sometimes you can get one-hit kills, sometimes it just flubs them, and if you flub them, that's it, you're done. You've alerted the rest of them. The aircraft will start shooting at you, the tank will start shooting at you, and if you do what I do and you play this on hardcore, then you know, it's a misery to get out of. But now you've taken out those 3. There's only 2 of them left circling that middle statue, the middle plaza right now. So the tank is right here. The tank will also take notice of you. I know you can't see it, but it's funny. The tank went back, noticed the dead people, and is acting like a human NPC. It's physically going over the area and checking out all the dead bodies. It's weird. You can see the nozzle right here, though. It is not facing towards me. It is facing out front, but when I go to peek, it's going to look at me. The tank can and will notice you and will alert the other troops to your position, which means you'll have to restart this section all over again. Right there, you can see the nozzle is turning around. It's turning towards me. You can see it by the little white outline. So I'm going to make sure that it goes completely out in front. And you don't have to take the guy out on the right. You can take him out on the left. I see this tank is too far to notice me, so I'm just going to jump through the window and go down. And I'm going to time it just right to where they are walking towards me. The two enemy soldiers, they are walking towards me. And I'm just going to crouch here, and I'm going to slide over right here, just because they can spot you through some really weird things. Like there may not be like, I don't know how programmers would program it, but there may not be, like, there may be a hole right there where the arches are in this walkway, so they might notice you through there. So just try and stay next to things that are solid. And I take out this guy, and the other guy's on the other side, so he's not going to notice me jumping into the anti-aircraft. And there we go. That's how you get the second challenge done. Now the fourth, as soon as you take out the enemy aircraft with the anti-air gun, your tank will pop up right in front of you. There's the destroyed building where we got the third letter at. Keep going down, go to the left, your tank will pop up right here. Go left down this street, go to the righter part of the square, over here. This is where the fourth letter will be. It'll be right in front of an alleyway and a door. Yeah, just new enemies will pop up. Just take them down. Do not get in the tank. If you get in the tank, that's it. You're done for. You can't get that. You can't jump back out of your tank. So we're gonna head down to the right part of the square, and that alley right there. If when I turn back, I think I'd shoot at these guys for a second and say, you know what, fuck this. There's more tanks. There's more people. Oh no, I try and take them out. Okay. Shit. I will take them out. Alright. Right after this alley right here, this red door, open it up right there. That's the fourth letter of this section. And then we move on to the second section of Act 2. So you're going to drive forward for a little bit. You're not going to encounter any sort of enemies. You'll come up to the objection marker, and you're going to get out of your tank to get the document. Now, when you get out of your tank, you're going to head immediately behind you. If I turn over, I was trying to remember. You'll head immediately behind you and to the left. You'll go down this alley, or street, and you'll go past these barricades to your left, past more barricades, down the alley, and you see this big hole in the ground. You'll go to a bunch of bunk beds to the back, and you'll see it right there on the table. My civic duty. That's your fifth one. The final one is just right past the tank. So your sixth and final letter is going to be over here inside the building where it says intelligence document. It'll be on the courtyard. When you go into the courtyard, it'll be down the alley to the left. But since we're trying to do the challenges and do everything, get everything out of the way in one shot, we're going to want to shoot this American soldier right here. I take forever because, like I've said many times, this was my first playthrough, so I didn't know. The only enemies are behind them. There's 3 of them behind there in the other courtyard beyond the alley. And then there are 2 more behind the building where the documents are in. So you're fine. You shoot that dude, you go immediately to the left, down this alleyway, right there, down that alleyway. And to the left, right as soon as you exit the alleyway, sitting on top of 2 suitcases, is the 6th and final letter. It takes some time. I'm going to be facing the wrong way. You'll see the prompt right here in the bottom corner. Right there. And it's right behind me. I was like, what the hell is that? Pick it up. Last letter. I'll write again tomorrow. Last letter of the campaign. And I pointed at that because I guess I was excited. But if you go back down that alleyway, back out towards the tank, and into that courtyard, instead of going into the courtyard, go back to the tank and go around, like hang a left right in front of where I am, where these buildings are, where that weapon is, because you can take out the next 3 without them spotting you. Don't pick any of that up. You don't need that. You're not going to use it. If you stealthily do these missions, you're not going to use any other weapons besides this carbine. Now you spot the support, you spot the recon, and on the very back side of that courtyard, you'll spot the medic. What you want to do is you want to take out the medic first. You can miss, that's fine, as long as you don't miss too much. Then you're going to want to take out the recon because that's going to alert him. And then you take out the support. And now I dilly-dally and I almost get spotted, but though there's 2 enemies back there behind the building and they're going to slowly move up front. As long as you take them out, don't take too long of a time, but as long as you take them out in, a necessary period amount of time, run up to the front door and you can just take the documents and you'll get the challenge done out of the way. It's all challenges in this war story are just surprisingly easy. Like, I don't know, the stealth mechanics in this are wonky. I didn't enjoy really playing the missions too much. I enjoyed The Last Tiger though, because anytime playing as a tank is cool. So you'll see the challenge will pop up, seeing that we completed it right here. Right there. And we'll move on to the 3rd act, Tooth and Nail. Now you can see our challenges in this are kill a Colopia tank from less than 30 meters away. That one kind of sucks, but complete the chapter without repairing, easy. You can do that on any difficulty. So this just signals the beginning of the chapter. You get out of your tank to radio the Axis forces and to alert your German army. And once you do, once you try to get them on radio, the American forces pop up, and then you start firing the tank, and you immediately when you get back into the tank, you start this little tank battle. Multiple tanks will come into the courtyard. If you stay right here in this area, once you move out of the archway, if you stay in this area, kind of in the middle, you'll be fine. Now, this is devastating on hardcore. That takes a lot of health. But it doesn't matter because as long as you don't repair, you still get the challenge. Now, once you take out the first wave of enemies and they start pouring out from both alleyways or both roadways into the courtyard, you'll see multiple more enemies. The Colopia tanks start appearing. They're the ones that both can fire rockets at you and main tank turrets. Right there, these are the Colopia tanks. Just run up to it, shoot it, the fastest one-hit kill, shoot it in the tracks or shoot it directly in the side. I guess I was hitting the ground or something, I don't know. I don't like this third-person's perspective. I want to be first-person perspective, but that gets you the challenge, and then you just complete the mission without repairing and you're fine. This was Yosto Space Ghost, recording an episode of how to do all the challenges in one shot. Thank you for watching. See you next time.